In this video, Sean Ray from Sean Ray Realty will teach you more than you could ever imagine. Like and subscribe to this channel for new real estate content. Goodbye.
Thanks for the shout out, buddy. Hey everybody, this is Sean Ray with Sean Ray Realty, and today we're going to be going over what the benefits of Airbnb is over VRBO and bookings.com, and how you can do kind of a hybrid if you have the patience and the know-how and the ability to deal with all the headache that comes with it. You can do a hybrid between all three and get max value, or that might just not even be worth it. Also, thanks so much to Sean Rockagich. The reason why he's part of this video is he just started an arbitration side business because he can't stop building businesses. We're gonna be talking about that in this video as well. So, speaking of, first thing I like so much about Airbnb versus the other platforms is their support. And so say for instance, I've had a lot of situations that we've had massive parties, shootings, drugs. I've talked about this before and I'll go into more details in the future, but we've had a lot of issues. And whatever you call Airbnb, you call the cops, you try to get the cops over, shut down the party, call Airbnb, Airbnb will contact the host and put it in the chat group. You say, this is what's happening. We need to charge these people. They can't get their refund back. We need to cancel their booking. We need to kick them out, all sorts of things. And they're like, we're on it. Before they basically fired their entire staff, they were like really about this. Now it's someone in the Philippines or India, and they are going to transfer you from a person to person to person to person to person, and then you're going to get in a chat group, and you're going to be with 3 different kind of case managers. It's a headache, and so that is not so good as it used to be pre-COVID. But they still have some kind of help that they try to get on your side to help you out. After that happens, then you need to basically take pictures on your cameras and you show kind of the evidence, and then you have videos and you go back and forth, use the chat, pictures of the chat log, and you can use that for a case manager to do arbitration for you to get all the money that you can get for them breaking rules and also for them destroying your property. Now, take it from me, this is a total pain in the ass. It is not enjoyable to go through this. Sometimes it takes weeks, sometimes it takes months. And if you don't know the laws and your rights, and if you don't know how to necessarily do this, you've never done it before, I would recommend getting a property manager, or like I said, you can reach out to Sean Rockagich. He's like today starting this. And so he's still playing around with it, but he will charge like a little percentage finder fee or whatever it is, an arbitration fee, and then he'll get you the money that you're owed, and probably even more than you would have got by yourself because you don't know what you're doing. So that's at least an option. Whereas if you go to VRBO or bookings.com, the amount of support they have for hosts whenever situations arise is next to none. Every time that we had a serious issue, we called them and they're just like, yo, whatever. They're more on the guest side versus the owner side, and they're so hands off. And then when it comes to, okay, well, they just destroyed my house, there's all sorts of damage, then VRBO is like, well, do you have this $1 million warranty, and are you paying per guest that comes in? Do you basically pay an extra few $100s per check-in to have this warranty in case something like that happens? It's like, well, I didn't know about that. So now for me to get these thousands of dollars of damages fixed, or to punish them for breaking all my rules, you're telling me that I should have pre the booking had a warranty that I didn't know about, so that way if they don't do the things that they said they were going to do and damage the property, then you would help me out? Yeah, basically. And so it's like, okay, well, damn. So now you have to pay more to be on VRBO for them to support you less than Airbnb would without it. But you'd say, well, maybe because Airbnb has higher fees, then it makes up for it that way. That's not true. VRBO actually has higher fees than Airbnb. So you actually have to have a higher price on VRBO than you would on Airbnb. And the pricing calendar on VRBO isn't as advanced as Airbnb. And so I could pretty much put, thanks to Sean Rockagich's pricing strategy guide, he's got a bunch of free videos. He also has a paid course as well if you guys want to check that out. But you can set up all sorts of badass reminders, or not even reminders, but just AI algorithms that say that this time, these dates are always going to be this price. But if someone books this and then that, and then this is an overall discount, but this discount doesn't override this discount, and then so many days before booking it discounts this but gets rid of that discount. There's so many different things you just put up there and it just does for you. Whereas on booking.com and VRBO, they don't have that advanced of a system. And so also on top of that, I want to put that it is insane that they do not support having any kind of cameras on properties. I know anyone that doesn't actually own a VRBO or an Airbnb house is watching this right now, it's looking about getting into it. You're like, what? You put cameras through your properties, like in the bedrooms and in the showers, like in shampoo bottles? Like, that's weird. No, that's not the case at all. That's not what I'm saying. There's one that's very, very visible. I would even draw an arrow to it if I could, and just like, this is in the living room. And if you try to steal my TV, I see a video of you walking out with my TV. Or if you put a hole in the wall, I have a video of you punching a hole in the wall. That way I can say, you did it. It wasn't there before your check-in. And also we have some in the bedrooms. No, I'm just kidding. We have one out front in the front yard, and then one in the backyard, just in case someone we have normally bonfires in the backyards, so in case they catch my entire backyard on fire, we have evidence. Or in the front yard, normally if there's a shooting or there's a fight, or if there's any kind of weird things going on with the parking, we can be like, yo, I can see your car right now, you're blocking my neighbor, move your car. So that's why we do the videos. But at VRBO and bookings.com, they have a regulation where you can't have the videos. So not only can I not use the evidence, but actually I'll get penalized or taken off the platform for having the cameras. And so it's like, are you kidding me? I just have to trust my guests that they're just gonna follow the rules. And by my experience, the guests will never follow the rules. They will always push the boundaries as much as they possibly can, because they're always right, but they're always wrong. Trust me on that. So that's another thing I don't like about VRBO and Booking.com. And then the last thing, to make this video short, last thing is that a majority of bookings, if you look still, even through COVID, a majority of bookings that happen for short-term rentals are always going to be on Airbnb. And so even though Airbnb took a major hit, this year we still had a majority of bookings through Airbnb. And that's not just me, but that's to all my clients as well. My clients, I don't basically sell them an Airbnb house and I'm like, peace out, good luck. I stay in contact with them all the time. They ask me questions, then I ask them questions. How's your house doing? How's the market? How's your numbers? Is there anything I can do to help? Your pictures suck, change your pictures. If you're watching this, I know you know exactly who you are. I just told you last week, change your pictures, dude, and put some good decorations in there. Your place looks like crap. And if that's not you that you think you are, then you are the person that I should be talking to, whether you are in another state or not, because you know your place looks boring as hell. Market your property better. Anyways, I digress. Point is that Airbnb is still where we get most of our income, and even through COVID, we're still making great profits. And so if you're trying to figure out whether you should do Airbnb, VRBO, Booking.com, I hope this helps you guys out. And then keep in mind, there is one guy, Angie, which we'll be interviewing him in a future video. Angie bought a property in the beginning of COVID. I think it was March, April, something like that. And he started making like 10, 15K a month right out of the bat, even in the beginning of COVID. He took a hit for like a month or two, but then now he's back to like 10K months. And so he uses Booking, VRBO, and Airbnb, but he doesn't have a whole lot of properties to manage. And he's using Josh to manage his property, and he's doing that on the side. So it's like double front, like he's using a lot of people to help manage that. So is the extra $1,000 a month worth the extra stress? I personally don't think so, but I'm not all about maximizing profits. I'm just about maximizing the profitability of happiness. Like, my life is measured in happiness and low stress versus how much points I get in the bank, money. And so if you want to maximize your profits, definitely do a hybrid between the three, but there's definitely downsides, there's high risks, and just be very, very knowledgeable about the ins and outs before you do it. All right, guys, I think I gave you some good content here. If you agree, then make sure to like and subscribe. And please comment below. Like, I have Instagram and I have Facebook. I just recently started posting on Facebook again, and I don't really enjoy responding to the comments as much on those platforms as I do on YouTube. YouTube, it's just like I've created this cool community of people that I actually enjoy. Some of you have been watching me for a year now, and then one of you just recently got your first house, and I love watching how some of you have started from, I can't wait to do this one day, to now you're doing it and you're profitable. It's wonderful. So comment below. I can't wait to create a community and conversation with you guys, and I will see you in the next video.